welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would do a get ready with me on holiday video. So I've just had a shower, come back to the room every night about 5 p.m, have a bit of a chill and then get in the shower so I can wash all that mucky sun cream off and just feel nice and refreshed for the evening. So I'm just about to do my makeup, so I thought I'd show you what products I'm using. To start with, I'm just going to moisturise using this Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturising Lotion. I use this all the time anyway, so I'm just going to apply that now as my base. So because I've got eyelash extensions on, I've got the Russian lashes done before we came away, I'm just going to brush those out so that they don't go all crisscrossy. And I always start with my eyes first, so I don't know if you find that weird or not, but yeah, I always start with my eyes, so I'm going to start with my eyeshadow. I'm just using all MAC products on my eyeshadow. It just was easier to bring just MAC eyeshadows, so I'll show you which ones I'm going to use. So before starting any eyeshadow, I always put a bit of concealer just under there as a base. This also helps shape out your eyebrows as well. I get my eyebrows microbladed because I have zip-all eyebrows anyway, and I just find it a lot quicker and easier to get ready with my eyebrows already done. I do add some powder on there, but just not like I used to do, because before I would have no eyebrows now at the moment, whereas at the minute I've done my eyebrows already, even though I've not done them yet. So if you're thinking about getting microblading done, I would definitely recommend it. My go-to brushes to use for my eyes, because everything's just spread out, because normally at home I have it in my little pots, this is just chaos. So I have my two MAC brushes and I have my two Real Technique brushes. So this is the MAC 230, I want to say, the number's rubbed off, but it's just a basic, like an eyeshadow brush. And then the classic 217, if you've not got this brush, you need it. They are dirty because I forgot to bring cleaning solution with me, but I'm using the same colours anyway, so I'm not really too bothered at the minute, but I'll give them a good clean when I get back. And then these are from a set from Real Technique, it's just the eyeshadow set, so it's just the fluffy one. It kind of looks like the 217 brush, and then just the bigger one there. So I will be using those for my eyeshadow, and then to apply my eyebrows, I will be using the Real Techniques eyebrow angled brush. So let's begin on eyeshadow. If you saw my weekend vlog to Harry Potter World, it's the same eyeshadow look that I'm doing in there. It's my basic go-to look. It's so easy and simple. So for my base, if I can get this out, it's magnet. I'm using Rice Paper by MAC. So it's just a pale one, and then to blend it out I'm using Kid by MAC, and also to darken it, to give a smoky look, I'm using Espresso, and I'm also going to use Espresso on my eyebrows. It gives a really good look because I ran out of my Benefit one, so I've started using this instead, and it gives a really good eyebrow look. You'll have to excuse this palette, it's such a mess, but Rice Paper I will put all over, up to my eyebrows, all the way down to my lash line. And then taking that big Real Techniques brush, I'm going to go into Kid. And in my other video I used contour powder for this, but this one I used accidentally actually. I thought it was the Rice Paper one, and I was thinking, why is it going on so dark, what's going on? And it gave me the same colour as the contour, so I've not had to bring different contour kits and what have you to do just my eyeshadow. I can just use this one now. But I was like, why is it going so dark? And I didn't realise I was using the wrong colour because they are quite similar. And then I'm going to take my 217 brush and go in with Espresso just in the crease. I'm not too bothered about much fallout here because I've not done my foundation yet. That's why I do foundation afterwards, because I used to always get fallout and then have to redo under here, so I will neaten that up with foundation and concealer. So that is pretty much that eye done, and I'm just going to go over and do the other one. does look really weird when you've got no foundation on and you have really heavy eyes. It looks really odd, but you'll see why that I do it that way, because I find it quicker. And like I said, the fallout as well, I would have to redo foundation stuff, so it does make it a lot quicker. I'm now going to do eyeliner, but I like to use eyeshadow for my eyeliner. So I'm going to use just one of these black ones. What colour is this? Carbon by MAC. I've had this palette so long, I don't even know what these colours are. I just dug it out because I've not used it in ages, and I'm just loving it at the minute. So let me find a brush. Where's it gone? This MAC 208 angled brush. It's a really small one, and I just like wet the end. I know that's a bit gross, but I'm just going to go into this mirror over here. I do have like actual eyeliners, but I find that using an eyeshadow it's just a lot better for me. I just really prefer it. I can never get the eyeliners off, and especially when I'm using like these Russian lashes, I don't want to be scrubbing and damaging them. I'm now going to do my eyebrows. So like I said, I'm going to use the Espresso by MAC from this palette. These palettes are really good. You can buy them from MAC, and you just buy the little individuals. They come in like a pack like this, and you just bob them in. But I didn't buy the section of things, so they're just all plugged in there. Not like me, to have it so messy. Let's go along here. I just go along the bottom edge and then blend it in. Eyebrows can be so fickle because you just want to get them matched up nice. So what I like to do is just take my brush there and just measure the bottom to the bottom, make sure I get them in line, and then the top to the top as well. But they're pretty much done already for me because I've got it microbladed, which is just such a lifesaver. This used to take me forever before I got them microbladed. And if you want to know where your eyebrow is supposed to end, if you put your thing there against it, and it should all be in line from your nose to the end of your eye, and then the end of your eyebrow there. So mine matches perfectly along. That is how you get a perfect eyebrow shape. And the middle bit should be in line with your nose there, so not too far in or too far out. Next, moving on to foundation. I did bring with me my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I used that the first couple of days, but I was finding it was getting a bit too heavy. I like a lighter foundation on holiday, whereas normally at home I love a good coverage one. And I didn't want to be using my NARS one all the time anyway, because it is mega expensive. So I've got this Rimmel Wake Me Up Anti-Fatigue Foundation, and I've been finding this really good in the evening times because my skin's a bit dry when I'm on holiday, and I've got the red nose from today. So I just give that a shake and squeeze it on the back of my hand, and I'm just using, I was using the Iconic London brushes, but this happened, it snapped. And these are really expensive brushes, so I was not impressed, and two of them have done that. So I'm currently using the Primark ones, but they're just as fine. I mean, you can tell they're not as good, but so just be careful when you go around the edge there, and you just neaten that bit right up there. I did pick this foundation up in a colour that's a bit darker than my usual one. It's in 103 True Ivory, which I thought would be quite a light one, but it was a bit darker. So I sometimes mix this in with like the Rimmel Colour Stick, not Rimmel, Revlon Colour Stay. That's a really good foundation, and I normally mix it in with a lighter one. If you really want a good dupe for Estee Lauder Double Wear, the Revlon Colour Stay is really good for that. Always remember to go down your neck. Even though I'm on holiday, my skin is even worse than normal. It is all random colours all over. My legs are pale, my shoulders have gone like red and tanned, and then my face has gone a bit red and tanned. So I'm all like random colours. So just make sure that you blend that down. So now that the foundation's on, you can sort of see that the eyes don't look as weird. So my absolute favourite concealer at the minute is this NARS one, and I have it in the light 2.5 Creme Brulee. It's the Soft Matte Complete Concealer by NARS. I'm sure I just said that, but my brain's gone. So I'm just going to apply this under my eyes to cover those bags, because we all know that once you have kids, those bags are not going away, no matter how hard you try. I do take it up there just to neaten that line up. Don't need a lot of this on your brush because a little bit goes a really long way, whereas other concealers I've had to really pile on and they don't do the job, because for some reason I have a weird black eye here. I don't know what happened. If you're a doctor and you can tell me what happened, it just appeared one day and it's just like giving me a little lump on my eye, and some days it's really black, it looks like I've been punched, other days it's just a bit red. But yeah, this one really helps cover it up, and it took me about 4 years to find one that's covered it up, especially on those really bad days when it's really black. Nothing was covering it up before. This little wonderful creation came into my life. I just dab that out with my finger. I find that that's the best way, because otherwise it blends off. I used to use a beauty blender, but I find that that will blend off if I do it like that. Use that. And I'm calling this like a holiday get rid of me. This is pretty much my routine at home, but I'll probably add a bit more highlighter than usual here. But this is like my normal go-to going out look, except I will use NARS instead of the Rimmel, pretty much. So if you wanted to know what my everyday like makeup routine is, my usual everyday wouldn't consist of the eyeshadow probably, but everything else is the same. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to put that on with just a beauty blender and just bake that under my eyes. Because I'm a little bit older now, I don't bake for a long time because I find it really dries my eyes out. So I just bake that a little bit and then take a powder brush. I like to use these Bare Minerals ones for the mineral veil, and then just dab a bit on there. Put this down somewhere. Where is that? Take the lid, just rub it round like you would if you use Bare Minerals. It's really good. This is how you would apply this. Don't put too much powder on whilst I'm away, because even though I've got oily skin, I like to have a bit of a dewy finish when I'm on holiday. I don't really do much in the way of contour. I just do the basic sort of 3 down the sides of the face. So I'm just using this BH Cosmetics one, and to be honest, I wish I just had like one thing, because I brought this whole palette just for this one colour. Bit of a pain really. So I always start on my cheekbones, and I always pull this funny like pout face just to get the general idea of where they all go. I will then sometimes go down the side of my nose, but not too much because I don't want to make it look too weird, but I just flatten the brush a little bit. I'm now going to just add some bronzer. I'm using this Bare Minerals one. I absolutely love Bare Minerals stuff, and this is Warmth. I think this came in like the starter set, and if you look at my very first video, oh my god, I don't even want to watch it. That was like from about 5 years ago. It was how to use the Bare Mineral range, so you can see on there how to use that. But I just tip a bit in the lid and I swizzle it around, but this goes on so heavy, so you have to be really gentle with the brush. I actually forgot the Bare Minerals brush for this, so I'm just using this Dior one. And my level coat dark, that is. It's not too bad when you're on holiday though, you want to look a bit bronzed, don't you? So I just take that down. Don't forget to close them, because I left this open and it all fell out everywhere. Blusher, my absolute go-to favourite for blusher, so I didn't want to bring loads, I just brought the one, is MAC Peachy Keen, and I've had this, I think I got this 5 years ago, and that is how much I've still got left. And I use that every single day, bar like the odd day here and there, but I use that every single day, and that's how much I've used of it. I don't know how much I think they're £17, maybe a bit more now, because let's say it was 5 years ago, inflation and all that. But that's definitely been worth the money. I've had blushes from like L'Oreal and they've lasted me not that long at all, and they always crack and end up dropping them everywhere. But yeah, this one's been brilliant. So I'm just gonna dust a bit of that on. And when I'm on holiday, I always like to put a little bit of blusher on my head, just to highlight those little red tanned bits, just so you know you've got a bit of a colour. I just burn because I've got really pale skin. Highlight is essential on holiday. I mean, it's essential anytime really. I mean, who doesn't love a good highlight? But I am absolutely freaking obsessed with this palette from Primark. I know, right? Primark. £5 I think it was. It has these 4 different ones, so it depends what kind of look you want to go for. I was trying this one out for a bit. This is like rose goldy one, but I keep going back to this gold one because it is just so like, just love it. So I'm going to add some of that to my brow bone and then just my general areas. So I use, to apply it, this Real Techniques brush. So I go really heavy on, like at home I'll just do a slight bit, but this is just insane. So I just go down there, up the side of my temple there. Look at that. What is that? Like, oh my god, that is just insane. And then I'm just going to take that MAC eyeshadow brush and go along my brow bone. And then also in the corners of my eyes there, add a little sparkle. I'm going to look like a sparkly Christmas tree at this rate. If you can hear a really loud TV in the background, them lot are watching Moana. Penelope was asleep and Kieran was just watching it by himself, but now she's up and it's the main bit where they're going to Fiti, in case you've seen it and you know Moana. Just a bit underneath there. You can never have too much highlight when you're on vacay, can you? And then I like to put some on my Cupid's bow here. And then when I'm all dressed, I will also add some to like these bits on my collarbone and everything, and a bit on my chest, because we just like to go highlight crazy over here. And then now the only thing I've got left to do is just put mascara on my bottom lashes and my lipstick. I'm using the Bad Gal Bang by Benefit, and this is really good because normally I get a load of fallout underneath where my eyes go black underneath, but this one is really good that you don't get that. I'm going to go to this up close mirror, and obviously I don't need it on my top lashes because I've got the Russian lashes on, but if I was applying lashes I would use this on the top ones as well. Oh, I hate when you get bits like little fibres in there. You see how curly my hair is going. Don't remember to just leave it down today. Obviously I need to brush it first, but I've never to leave it down or put it in a bun. That's my next decision. So for lip liner I'm using this MAC one, and I would love to tell you, oh wait, I think it's Boldly Bare. I can just barely make that out. So I'm using that for my lip liner, and then I am using this absolute beaut of lipstick from Primark again. £1.50, honestly. Primark makeup is really like up there with some really good finds at the minute. I'm really loving it and it's so inexpensive. So I'm just going to apply this. Wish that baby of mine had stopped crying. He keeps trying to crawl and he can't crawl yet, so then he just cries. There's nothing wrong with him, don't worry, he's just frustrated. I forgot to pack my pencil sharpener and this is like right down there now, so it's a task. So it's a matte lipstick and almost there. I think it says almost there, whether that's an instruction or a colour, I don't know. But yeah, that's the packaging, and that is the colour. You can't really see it in here, the lighting's a bit pants, but it's just a really nice nude lipstick. £1.50, and it smells really good. It smells like some kind of cocoa butter, which I love that scent, and it lasts for ages as well. I've also got like a lip gloss, goes on like a lip paint, and that lasts for ages as well from there. It's really good. I'm just going to go back and get some more colours because I love that. So that is my makeup done. I am now going to go and do something with this mop. So I've just sprayed my hair with some like heat protector stuff and like conditioning spray because it's getting really dry, and I'm just going to give it a quick brush through. I always use these Tangle Teaser brushes because I find they're kinder on my hair, and it's already going like really fluffy. Can you see the joys of having curly hair? So to calm down some of that frizz, I'm just using this Wella Shockwaves mousse. So I'm just going to run some of that through. I just use about that much. I try and just stick to the ends because otherwise the roots get really sticky. But if once I've rubbed it in, I just massage the roots and it gives it a bit of a bounce. I was going to put it in a bun, but I was thinking like curls are more of like a beach wavy look. So I'm just going to scrunch it. Scrunch. I've got my diffuser with me actually, I might go and give that a whirl. That's pretty much all I have to do to get those curls, and it'll go curlier and curlier as the night goes on. And it always seems to dry really quick when I have it curly, but when I want it straight, it takes about a week to dry. I'm now going to go and pick what to wear.